Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Asshat of the Week. Now, it's been a while since I brought you one of these, mainly because I haven't encountered too many Asshats. I've encountered a couple of bots, but I wasn't 100% certain. I've encountered lots of AFKers. I've encountered a few TKers, but most of those were unintentional. And then we had this one recently. So, who's today's Asshat? Well, today's Asshat is in the T54E1. It is Sebel 1981. I can only assume that 1981 was the year he got his frontal lobotomy, or maybe the year his mother dropped him on his head. I'm not quite sure. But stats-wise, he's experienced. He's got 20,000 games played, 52% win rate, and 1404 efficiency. So he's not a bad player. He's just an asshat, and an idiot, and about as sharp as a beach ball. So what does he do to win this week's accolade? Well, let's go. So we are on Westfield. It's a tier 10 game, and I'm in the WZ131. So I'm in the Scout, but this was a game played on stream. And as I was explaining on stream, as I looked down the team list before the game began, I saw that the enemy team had a very, very good player in an Object 430, a good player in a T54, they had a T54E1, they had an AMX 1375, they had a T71 and an AMX 12T. So lots of scouts and lots of very good medium tanks. And what normally happens, as I was explaining while I was playing this game, is that the mediums tend to congregate up in E0 on top of the ridge, but the better medium players will usually head over to E7. So what I want to do is I want to intercept their better medium players heading to E7 and maybe get side shots on the camping mediums up at E0. So my plan is to head up to F6 and try and intercept any of the mediums coming up into the village. But unfortunately, we had Sebel 1981 on our team. Now Sebel believes he's Patton. He believes the world revolves around him, and even though there are a lot of better players on our team, including myself, Sebel decides that he is going to tell everyone how to play the game. And if they don't do what he wants, he's not very happy about it, and you'll see what happens in a moment. So we are here on 4 seconds, and Sebel starts his little general routine. So he starts pinging the map to tell people to go to, or tell me, or tell the other scouts to go to K0. K0 is a dumb, stupid position to go to. You can't spot any tanks coming up to F7, and you can't spot any tanks at E0 from K0, but Sebel is a bloody idiot. So I'm going to go with my plan anyway. As you can see, Sebel is following me up. Now, this bush here, and again, as I'm explaining to my stream, is very, very good. You can see me pointing across as I'm explaining to the guys watching that I will spot medium tanks moving across here, and I will spot tanks moving up to the village in front of me. That's why I'm moving my turret as I'm explaining. But Sebel decides that he is going to push me out of the way, and I thought, okay, well, if he wants that bush, he can have it. But no, he's not just interested in pushing me out of the bush, he's trying to push me right back down the slope. Still reversing, still trying to push me away. And all I'm thinking of is, God, what an asshole. So, I have no idea what his problem is. So he's sitting in the bush that I was in, so I assume he just wanted the bush. And I'm typing, "Are you a professional a-hole, T54E1?" So if he's not going to move from there, I'm going to have to relocate. So I decide to move up to this bush again to try and get side shots, but I'm aware that most of the enemy heavies are in the north and they are under pressure. So I decide that I am going to have to go and relocate to try and help the guys up north. But as you can see, Sebel is now aiming his gun at me, and this is what happens. Yep, so he takes 434 damage from me and tracks me. Tells me to spot. Now I say something not very nice to him, and I apologize for that, but I wasn't exactly happy with him. And again, he's telling me to spot. So after shooting me and tracking me, he's telling me to spot. So again, I'm not exactly happy with him, and I'm sitting here, to try and spot over at E0, but also I'm typing at the moment. And as predicted, there are the mediums where I thought they would be, but it's too late. And while I'm typing in chat, Sebel then decides to tell the team to report me, because apparently I'm botting. Or sorry, not botting, camping. WZ131 is a camper. All report him. So I tell him, welcome to YouTube. I run a series called Asshole of the Week. Well, we call it Asshat because I'm a little bit more political on YouTube. Politically correct. And there we go. So I continue with my plan to support the tanks up north because they're losing heavily. And Sebel is continuing to insult me. Yes, you're the best spotter. Sebel, let's get something clear here. I'm a better player than you. I've got better scout stats than you. And I know how to play World of Tanks. So, go F yourself, dude. And basically, I am the only one moving up after spotting the danger in the north to try and cover the north. As you can see, Sebel has decided to move down into the valley with a T-44. And that's where he sits for the rest of the game. He manages to kill a scout and then dies. So, let's speed it up here. So I'm taking on a T-57 Heavy to stop him from flanking. We're under severe pressure in the north. Doing my best to keep the T-57 spotted, and the T-57 dies. So then I spot my chance and my opportunity, and I decide that I am going to go kill Artie. Unfortunately tracked myself. But yeah, remember that health that I used to have before Sebel decided to shoot me? Well, I've killed Artie, and I would have survived that shot and been able to do a little bit more help in the north if Sebel hadn't bothered taking half my health at the beginning of the game. So there you go. That's Asshat of the Week. Now, unfortunately, because I left the game before the game ended, I couldn't get the screenshots from the end of the game, so I took this screenshot from my live stream, and as you can see, we lost the game pretty badly. I still managed to finish second, but didn't do that much damage or get that much XP. However, I did as much damage as Sebel did in his overpowered T-54E1, and I got about 40% more XP. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.